VC, what's up? 2021 vinyl tag. 2021, not really starting that well, is it? Yeah, 2021 sucks already. Tommy Lasorda died. Obviously the Capitol shit. Tensions are high. Sucks. But hopefully we can overcome and get through this and get back to normal life. So anyways, I'm just gonna start doing the vinyl tag already. You guys don't want to hear me rant, so yeah, 20 questions. Andrew Tales from the Crate. Looks like he came up with it as usual. You know, I know some people don't like it. You know, it's an easy video to do. I think that was my first video I ever did, was a vinyl tag. So you know, I can appreciate that. You know, and are they the best questions all the time? No, but I mean, just answer them and move on. You know, but you know, I love Vinyl Richie, man. He's the best. Love his demeanor and just everything about his channel, man. It cracks me up. Makes up his own questions. I love it, man. But anyways, number one, a discovery in 2020. I'm gonna show a couple here. Kind of got into, you know, on Instagram. You know, you've seen Local Bandography Dave kind of show records from Matt out in LA. I forgot his Instagram channel right now, but yeah, kind of get into some African music this year. Kwabugo Special from the, I'm gonna butcher this, the Ngozika and Brothers Dance Band on the Hamzi Studio label. So most of these, you know, the covers are, you know, trashed, but the records are always, you know, listenable, pretty decent. Another one is Alhaji Chief Waizu Ayandi Barister, the Royal Halazo Yuji Londoners, and the album's called My Dear Mother. I'm butchering these and I apologize. This is on the Omo Aji label. So yeah, just, I mean, great stuff. I don't have anything like this in my collection until this year, or I didn't have anything. This one is Jamba Jamba by Pierre Demouzy on the PAI label. So yeah, it was definitely, you know, out of my comfort zone. Not, you know, I've listened to reggae and stuff, but never, you know, the actual, you know, Zamrock and all that kind of, you know, high life records and stuff like that. So these were welcome additions to the collection, and yeah, I hope to find some more in the future. So that was a discovery I made in 2020 that hopefully doesn't put me down a rabbit hole like Jazz did. So a quarantine buy. I mean, how many quarantine buys did I have? You guys have seen most of them. It's crazy. But I'm gonna go with the new Nickel Creek trilogy. They just repressed, you know, the colored vinyl. It also came with a 12-inch signed print from the artist, so that was kind of cool. I already have all the first pressings of these except for, yeah, except for Why Should the Fire Die. So, but these are all 45 RPM. They sound incredible. You know, this album right here is probably a top 10 of all time for me. It's just a terrific album. Folk, bluegrassy, country, pop, you know, aspects to it, of course. But you know, a lot of people already know about that record. So, but that's one of the quarantine of thousands, probably. No, I don't know. Number 3, an LP you want to find in 2021. You know, as I get more into free jazz and stuff like that, you know, I really like to get more of the Strata East catalog. They're not easy to come by, especially here in Dallas. You know, I have to resort to online, and online prices, they suck. But, you know, you're kind of at the mercy of that, you know, when you're in, you know, country record central, you know. So if any of you guys want to trade some Strata for some country, I'm your guy. A box set. So I just got this for Christmas from my parents. This is the Bob Dylan original mono recordings. His first 8 albums. So pretty hefty set there. Those are all the albums. You know, I have a lot of originals of these, but I just wanted really nice, copies of it. So my parents got me this all analog reissue. I debated getting the mobile fidelity ones, but at $50 a pop, it was just not feasible. And these sound incredible. I haven't listened to every single one of them. I listened to Blonde on Blonde from it, obviously, first. But I can attest these sound incredible. They're still available. I think it's a bargain for what it is. So check it out if it's something that you guys would be interested in. So that's my box set. Just got it for Christmas. Still working my way through it. A concept album. So I'm gonna go with just what I read online. Bon Iver for Emma. You can actually still see I haven't taken off. I found this at Goodwill. Supposedly this is just about the pain of loss, and he was going through a dark time at this. This is their first album, or his first album, under his stage name, I guess you could say. But so that's my concept. Great, terrific album, Bon Iver for Emma. All right, artist band, or an album where artist band changes directions. So I'm gonna go with the Beach Boys. This was right after Pet Sounds, where they had already started to kind of go the psych route a little bit. They weren't like full in, and then Smiley Smile came out, and I think they kind of definitely tried to get a little bit more psych on this one. Obviously, once you get to like Sunflower and stuff, they're definitely trying to keep up with the times. So, Beach Boys, Smiley Smile. Obviously #1 song off here would be Good Vibrations. Let's see here. A white label promo. Actually, Paul Baraka P-Dub, I saw his vinyl tag, and he actually showed he has the same one, which there can't be many of these. It says Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers, self-titled. Original Columbia 6i. So I think it came from a radio station or something. But I gotta clean this up with an eraser. But yeah, very cool. Art Blakey, terrific album. I mean, Horace Silver, Doug Watkins, Hank Mobley, Donald Byrd. Crazy. Let's see here, a compilation album. So not a lot of comps. This is just a generic blues comp, Blues Volume 2. You got some Chuck Berry on here. You got some John Lee Hooker, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters, Bo Diddley, Little Walter, Otis Rush. It's just I have 1 and 2. I don't know if they made any after that, but I think I bought a collection or something and it had these in it. And I thought they were cool, so I kept them. So the Blues Volume 2. Kind of reminds me of the Oldies But Goodies CDs, And actually, I think they had records, Oldies But Goodies, but an album that tells a story. So I am gonna go with this one. Excuse the frame. This is the very first Beach Boys single, Surfin'. You'll notice that it's not on Candix Records, which was the original one that came out. So I was my wife was out of town, I was bored, so I went to an estate sale like I do often, and they didn't have anything. I never really look at 7 inches, but they had a lot. And so I went and I'm looking for 7 inches, and I stumbled across this one. I had no idea at the time. So I see Surfin', I know that was their first single, but I'm like, why isn't this on Candix? That was their first. So what happened was, so I bought it, it was $1. What happened was, after looking up the story of this is a very rare record because Candix originally had the first single. Well, I guess they didn't pay their bills to the pressing plant or something, so they came up with this, X Records, to get around the fees that they owed the pressing plant. So X Records didn't owe the pressing plant anything, Candix Records did. So right after the very first edition, I forgot the exact number, they came out with X Records. I think it's X301 is the designator. and I think it was Candix 301 was the original. If I don't want to lie to you, so I'm not gonna say that. But so they came out with X Records for a very brief period because the song was blowing up and they wanted to keep it going, and they didn't make very many of these, and so pretty rare, pretty coveted Beach Boys album. I'm a huge Beach Boys nut, so this will never leave the collection. And yeah, learned something that day, and then right after, I guess they paid their bill, once it started blowing up, and they went back to the Candix singles under a different 3-number code. So kind of cool. X Records, Beach Boys Surfing. Let's see here. An album that needs a vinyl pressing. It's a no-brainer for me. It's a pop punk group out of San Diego, Homegrown. The album's called Act Your Age, so kind of a cool cover there, and then you can kind of see the actual band on the back cover. So you can kind of... I'm really surprised this CD even works anymore. I mean, it's got marks and stuff. This was in high school. Came out in 1998. I blew this up. I saw these guys when they came to Albuquerque at a punk show. It's pop, surfer punk. This is not on vinyl. They have an album that's earlier than this that is on vinyl. But yeah, I would really like it if they put that on vinyl. I follow the singer on Instagram, and I think they are talking about it, but I'm not positive. Let's see, a common and an uncommon album. So I went with the same artist. I've been kind of seeing people do both. But a common album would be Parliament Chocolate City. I didn't say cheap, but it's under 20 bucks. I see this quite a bit. Great funk, soul, funk, jazzy elements to it at times. But I think that's pretty common. And an uncommon album would be the first Parliament record, Osmium. I found this at Half Price Books not too long ago, just a freaking dead near mint copy. Only thing wrong with it is the hole punch up here. Terrific record. I never thought I would ever find something like this in the wild, especially at Half Price Books. But yeah, very cool, great record. More along the same soul funk. You guys know Parliament, so it's a pretty uncommon album. An EP, so I'm gonna go with NoFX, The Decline. This is not the original cover. They just released it this year. They did it live at Red Rocks, and so obviously they have Trump kind of imitating the little boy that was on the original cover, kind of playing with the rocket, So kind of a cool moment in time anyway, if you like him or hate him or whatever, but kind of a cool, 2020, obviously he was a storyline for 2020. So a girl group also on Fat Records, their album from this year, Bad Cop, Bad Cop. It's called The Ride. I don't know if there's a picture of them or not. Yeah, no picture of the girls, but yeah, it's an all girl group. Pop punk. Yeah, great stuff. The Fat label, is kind of, I don't want to say, all the bands kind of sound the same, but the same type of, same type of punk. This is my type of punk to me. I know a lot of people, Ramones and earlier punk is their stuff, but yeah, so this is not my punk album. This is the girl album, Bad Cop, Bad Cop, all girl group, punk group. An album cover you love. So also a recent purchase, but this was only around for a couple years, and they actually got sued to change it. But this is Art Chet Baker and Art Pepper, Playboys. This is on World Pacific Records. Terrific jazz album, straight West Coast jazz. Love Chet Baker. Any of you guys know my channel, know I love Chet Baker. Look how mint that cover is too. But obviously they were sued by Mr. Hefner and the lawyers over at Playboy to change this. So this was only around for, I think, 1, maybe 2 years at most, and then they changed the cover. So yeah, very cool. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? So that's my a cover that I love. An album you listen to the most. Well, the album I've listened to the most, you guys already know, is Weezer Blue Album. I'm not going to show that. So Another album I listen to, quite a bit. I can listen to it anytime. A lot of people shit on these guys all the time, but Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. Is it a common album? Of course, but it's a terrific album. Terrific, terrific, terrific. Every song on here, I mean, is just awesome. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. Let's see here. An album that you had to get an OG copy of, one that I just got. I've been waiting for years for this. And Glass House Records out in LA came through. This is Funkadelic, Maggot Brain. It's original on the Westbound label. Got some writing on the label. Record plays terrific. A little bit of ringware, don't care. The price I paid for it, I'm extremely happy to own one finally. I know all the new reissues sound like shit from what I heard. I did not want to buy one. There was no audiophile pressing of this, which is crazy because it's a terrific album. So yeah, I held out for an OG and I finally got it. Funkadelic, Maggot Brain. Let's see here. Last album you purchased. I still have some coming in the mail, but this was literally the last album that came in. I think it came in Thursday, and it's Sunday now. This is Miro Grossman, Quiet Earth, her new one on the RR Gems label. I haven't even cleaned this yet, but I had to spin it. I had to open it and spin it. I mean, it's so freaking good. If you guys don't know Muriel Grossman, you're doing yourself a disservice. I think she's from Spain actually, but this is released on RR Gems, which is out of like Estonia, I believe. I got this from Dusty Groove. I think they're sold out now, but I think you can still get some from the label, but the shipping's kind of high, so I don't know. But yeah, this is her third album now, and then she had another one that was like compilation of previous tracks and stuff, but more great stuff. I mean, anything she puts out, I'm gonna pick up at this point. So, Muriel Grossman, Quiet Earth. All right, let's see, an album they don't get. So, an album they don't get are any Weezer album past Pinkerton. Like, nobody gets them. So I'm gonna pick Make Believe and the Green Album. Like, these are terrific records. I mean, I really don't give a shit. Like, these are great records. I mean, you got Photograph, Hash Pipe, Knockdown Drag Out. It was a freaking tremendous track. And then you got Make Believe. It's just filled with freaking hits. Forget Beverly Hills. Just like on the Blue Album, you forget Buddy Holly. It's got Perfect Situation. This is such a pity. We're All on Drugs. Pardon Me. I mean, come on. It's a freaking great album. And it gets no respect in the Weezer catalog. They don't get them. I get them. There's a reason why Mo-Fi made those two albums. Let's see. A punk album. One of my favorites. Another one that I just wore out the CD back in the day. Rancid and Out Come the Wolves. It's like a 20th anniversary European gold, edition. But I mean, I don't even really need to go into this really. I mean, Roots Radicals, Time Bomb, Olympia, Washington, one of my favorite tracks of all time. Ruby Soho. I mean, I saw these guys a couple times in concert. It's freaking awesome. Punk album, Rancid and Out Come the Wolves. And let's see, and the last one, favorite 2020 reissue. Well, I'm gonna go with the reissue campaign. So this is the Black Jazz from Real Gone Music. So that was the Record Store Day one. Gene Russell, New Direction. It was like smoke colored. Then you had Doug Carnes, Spirit of the New Land. I got the Splatter one. You get The Awakening, Hear, Sense, and Feel, which is freaking awesome. Did not get the Splatter one on that one, I was pissed. And then I got Walter Bishop Jr., Coral Keys, also on the Splatter. And I got, I think, 4 or 5 more coming. They just keep pumping them out. I'm going to keep buying them because these are hard to find. And they sound terrific, and I hope they keep it going. So yeah, favorite reissue campaign of 2020 was the Black Jazz label by Real Gone Music. So, all right, I made it through. almost under 20 minutes. I should shut up right now and just end it. But thanks for watching, guys. Vinyl Tag 2021 out.